the things that I also love about this quilt, I have to say, is the binding.
All right,
The
Kris.
binding is incredible. Are you kidding me?
So Allison said, Kris, would you mind showing us again how you cut on the bias? And there's lots of different ways. I mean, you could do continuous bias binding, which is really fun. In fact, we have a free download sheet on our website for continuous bias binding, how to fold it, how to sew it, all of that. But one of the easiest ways I have found is just using, well, let's use a fat quarter, for example. But again, you can do the same thing with large yardage.
And do it the way you taught me. So this.
Oh boy, how did I teach
so
you?
you're going to come over. This is two people dating. They're going to sit side by side.
Side by side. Hey. Hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's Stripey. Okay, Stripey, let's do something fun. Okay, so we're kind of like this, and we come over and we give each other a little kiss. There we go.
That's how I remember. We're going to sit next to each other, and then we're going to kiss.
We're going to kiss. We're going to kiss, and then we're going to make sure that it's a little bit easier to kiss, and we'll give each other another kiss. There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
So. I know.
You won't forget.
I know.
Now, will
you won't forget. Just saying. All right. So the other thing I like to do when doing bias is I like to cut down the center first, and that's because that's where you're going to get your longest strips. All right. And then I just go, so if you're doing 2.5 inches, 2 1/4 inches, it doesn't matter. I personally love 2 1/4, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the 2.5.
Straight cut.
Yeah, just straight.
That's it.
Once they've kissed.
Yeah.
Once they kissed you.
The rest is history.
I love it.
All right. And then, you know, you continue on. In fact, I will continue on so you can see the difference in the sizes happening right here. So, for example, and then I would turn this side around and do the same thing. So this center, you're going to get the longest stretch. Look at that. Look how bouncy that is, right? And there you go. Lots of stretch there. This one, some more stretch, but it's a little smaller, as you can see. So by the time you get over to this little guy, that's not very big, is it? Now, it's still important. I could get almost 5 yards of binding out of one fat quarter, which is kind of crazy to think about.
LeeAnn's face just went.
What? Almost 5 yards of binding.
Out of one fat
crazy?
quarter. So you're not going to run out.
Yeah,
I'm not going to run out.
No. But, and then you just sew these together into one long strip. So what I'll do is I start out with my longest strips, sew them together, and then if I need to add on a little bit, I can. I do want to show something else real quick. If I'm trying to pull this is like straight a grain. Normally, we would do this, all right? We would fold this, and we would cut, and there's just not as much stretch here, where there is a lot of stretch, a lot more stretch.
So if you were putting on a scalloped border or not a mitered corner, but a curved corner, it's great to cut it this way.
Exactly. So when you go to put them together, we need it into one long continuous strip, right? So if you take a look at this, this is the best way I can explain it, is that you are basically auditioning. You're auditioning to see, does this match up with this? This is my goal. So what do I have to do to get this to go that way? All I have to do is bring this down. I'm going to sew just like that, and then I can bring it out.
You know, I love this.
I have a continuous